Hi, I'm Andre, and I know there's been a lot of talk about Disney Plus, but I have been having some personal conversations with people where I have said if there's anyone who could be a direct competitor to Disney, it's Warner Media. It's Warner Brothers. Like how Disney has the classic Disney characters, Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Goofy, and all that, Warner Brothers has the Looney Tunes. They got Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, and that whole gang, Porky Pig. And they also have the Hanna-Barbera characters. They got the Yogi Bear and the Scooby-Doos and all that kind of stuff. You know how Disney has Marvel? Warner Brothers has DC. They got DC superhero movies, television shows, and cartoons. Done. Disney's got those classic movies. Well, don't forget that Warner Brothers has a huge classic movie library, including a lot of award-winning films. So Disney also had Star Wars. Well, Warner Brothers got the Wizarding World. That's something. And Warner Brothers has one up over Disney because unlike Disney with that family-friendly filter, Warner Brothers with HBO attached to it is like, we can say and do whatever we want. All ratings are welcome. So you know they got their own service coming out called HBO Max. So apparently on Twitter, they just dropped a ton of tweets basically making all of their major announcements of what to expect on HBO Max. So what I thought would be kind of fun would be to go through all those tweets, pick out some of my personal favorites. I'm not gonna go through every single one of them. If you wanna check them out at HBO Max, the Twitter account, but I thought it'd be kind of fun to go through and see which of the tweets excite me the most, or it's one of those things where I go, oh, HBO Max, that's a smart move. That's a smart move right there. So we'll see what they got going on. Okay, so this is a no-brainer. Of course, if you're gonna have HBO Max, you wanna have that classic HBO programming. So The Sopranos, Sex and the City, True Blood, The Wire, all gonna be available on there. Smart, obvious, makes sense. But then here's some more of them. You're also gonna get Westworld, Succession, Righteous Gemstones, Barry, Outsider, Lovecraft County, The Undoing, Run, Perry Mason. Is that a new Perry Mason or is it like the classic Perry Mason? Again, very obvious thing. If you're gonna have an HBO Max, it kind of makes sense to have the HBO content on there. So no surprises there. I need something that's surprising. Like, give me some more HBO Max. Let's keep going up these tweets here. Okay, so if you remember a while back, HBO was like, hey, what's up, Jim Henson Workshop? Here's some money, give us your street. So of course that means that Sesame Street is going to be on HBO Max. 50 seasons of, oh my gosh. 50 seasons? Oh my, they are going back in the day with this. So they're talking about putting classic seasons of Sesame Street. Now that's actually pretty cool. I mean, no offense to you kids today with your Elmos and all the whatever new ones. I don't even know what some of the new ones are. But I grew up on Big Bird and Snuffleupagus and Oscar and Grover and Bert and Ernie living together. And so if you're gonna throw up some classic Sesame Street, I'm all about that. Back in the day when Cookie Monster could eat a cookie and it wasn't a problem. That's what I need. I need that Sesame Street. 50 seasons? Like, everyone's gonna be smart. Everyone's gonna know their letters and their numbers with all those seasons. You better play on there the pinball thing. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That better be on there. Since you putting old shows on there, can you call up PBS and get the rights to Square One and put Square One on HBO Max? If you know what Square One is, we're friends. Okay, what is this? What is this? We got a brand new talk show hosted by everyone's favorite furry red monster, the Not Too Late Show with Elmo. Okay, that's creative. I see what you did there. All right, let's talk about some movies now. Let's open up that Warner Brothers vault. What you got for me? All right, in the first year, we'll bring together beloved franchises and some new installments from Warner Brothers Home Entertainment and more, including The Lord of the Rings, Genius, The Matrix, The Conjuring, that's got a whole universe, the Lego movies, and oh, you know they got me here. You know, it's like they're like, Andre, you talk about Disney too much. How can we get Andre on our side? Just throw them gremlins up in there. Now, they saying beloved franchises and new installments. Are you trying to tell me, am I reading too much into this? I know y'all got a Gremlins cartoon coming out, but am I reading too much into this to say that we might get that Gremlins 3? I need you to release a Gremlins 3. Can we make that happen? That's what I want. Oh shoot, it's DC time. We're all in with DC. All live action DC films of the last decade will be available on HBO Max within the first year of launch. Wow, okay, that includes every Superman and Batman movie from the last 40 years. So you're getting every single DC movie from the past 10 years are gonna be on there sometime within the first year. I'm pretty sure some of them will probably be there right on day one and others to come out later. And you're getting every Superman and Batman movie for the last 40 years. Okay, HBO Max, I don't know if you're aware of this, but there are a lot of people online that want a specific cut of a specific film. So by you saying this, you know you have just opened the floodgates. Get ready for a lot of release the Snyder Cut hashtag tweets coming your way. But I'm telling you though, if you want to make some money, Warner Brothers, if you want to get a bunch of people to sign up day one, there's just one thing you gotta do, trust me. It will work. That Joker, love that Joker. Joker movie is shattering box office records. Boy, Warner Brothers sitting proud on that Joker. They're like, what? Oh, only Marvel can make money in the big games? All we needed was to cut everything down and just focus on one villain character and boom, tons of money. So now they're saying that Joker is gonna be streaming on HBO and HBO Max in 2020. The only place to get that Joker. When you bring me out on HBO Max, can you call me Joker? Murray. Okay, now this is something I expected that was going to happen because there's already a service called DC Universe. So I assumed that with HBO Max and with HBO being part of Warner Brothers and Warner Brothers having DC, that would probably mean that all the DC Universe original content would be on HBO Max. And here's proof positive right here. The second season of Doom Patrol, which is a show that's on DC Universe, will now be on HBO Max and DC Universe. So I guess that means they're still keeping that service around, but that you can also get those shows available to you through HBO Max. Why you would want to have both, I don't know. I don't know what's going to be different between what's going to be available on HBO Max versus available on DC Universe. Or maybe this is like the transition period where they'll let it out there for a little bit, but then eventually, I just see at some point DC Universe, it just seems like it would make sense to just put those together. How about a teen comedy with literal heroes and villains? DC Superhero High. This series from producer Elizabeth Banks. Okay, Elizabeth Banks get up in this. Imagine life in high school for some of our favorite superheroes. Now, isn't this a thing that like they tried to make a while back? Wasn't there an idea for like an animated series called Gotham High or something like that? That's what this reminds me of. And I'm guessing this is different from the DC Superhero Girls, which is like a thing that's on like Cartoon Network right now. So, okay. So it's basically DC superhero characters in high school. So it's like Riverdale, but with DC superheroes. Okay, hear me out, HBO Max. I got an idea for you. You know how you got Riverdale on the CW? What if you do that same concept, but with Power Rangers, and you call it Angel Grove? You're welcome. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Okay, this is big. If this is what I'm thinking it's saying, this is big. We're going down to South Park, going to have ourselves a time. HBO Max will be the exclusive streaming home. Sorry, Hulu. But Disney was probably like, y'all got to go. HBO Max will be the exclusive streaming home for Cartman, Stan, Kyle, Kenny, and the rest of our problematic faves in 2020. There it is, boy. South Park officially on HBO Max. That is a deep get. That is a good get. So many seasons, so many episodes. That's HBO. I guess that's the equivalent, like how Disney bought Fox and they got The Simpsons. I guess HBO Max equivalent is we'll talk to Comedy Central and we'll get South Park. But that's a big get, man. Congratulations on that one. That's obviously something that Disney Plus will not have. Whoa, okay. This is a good get too. We're keeping it fresh with every new anime every quarter, curated by the anime experts at Crunchyroll. So, wow. So, you know, you're not gonna see too much anime on Disney Plus, so HBO's like, see, I see what you're doing here, HBO Max, and it's very smart. You're going, what is the popular content that's out there that we know that the mouse ain't gonna touch? So you like, bring that over. Bring over your Dragon Balls and your Hero Academias. Like, get it all up in here. We don't want just half the Metal Alchemist. We want the full Metal Alchemist. I'm gonna stop. I'm just gonna stop because these are terrible jokes. I'm making references to things that I don't even know that much about, and I want no anime fans get mad at me and stopping all their constant replies to these tweets saying release a Snyder Cut to get mad at me for making bad anime jokes. Let's move on. Oh, now, if you're gonna have a streaming service, you gotta have that acquisition. You gotta get some shows that are already made, already done, but people like them, and you can stick them in there to be like, boom, pay for our service, day one, you get all this stuff. So what are we getting? We getting Friends? Cool. I know a lot of people like Friends. That wasn't my show. I'm sorry. I didn't watch a lot of Friends growing up. I was watching Martin and Living Single during that time frame. Where's Living Single at? Will that be on HBO Max? If you put Living Single on HBO Max, we talking. I see you got Fresh Prince, and I appreciate that. That's a good job. It's a good job. Love me some Fresh Prince there. Big Bang Theory, that makes sense. That's a Warner Brothers show, right? I believe so. Yes, a Warner Brothers show. No matter what you think about the show, I know there's a lot of talk within the nerd community of whether that was a show that helped nerds or hurt them, but it's a very popular show. It's been on for several seasons, so it makes sense to be on there. And they're again letting you know where to find South Park. They're making that very clear. They talked about it twice now. Just let you know where South Park gonna be at. In case you like, I want to watch that old episode about an elephant and a pig making love. Where do I go? If I want to see Mecha Barbara Streisand, where do I go? I'm super serial right now. Genlock, a show that Rooster Teeth put together. Season 2 is going to be on HBO Max. Good job for Rooster Teeth. Okay. Now this is where the competition is going to be very interesting because, you know, Disney, of course, got it on lock when it comes to them kids and family. Like, they got the programming ready to go. Pretty much the entire programming is that. So what is HBO Max gonna do? We know they already got that Sesame Street. 50 seasons of Sesame Street gonna be up in there. I need you to go get Square One from PBS and 3-2-1 Contact. And then also still Today's Special from Nickelodeon. If anyone remembers Today's Special, look it up. So what you got? Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. You thought Adventure Time was over? HBO Max was like, no, it ain't. Not when we got a service to sell. There are fun adventures for kids of all ages coming to HBO Max in 2020. Adventure Time, the fun will never end. So there you go. If you want some more Adventure Time in your life, some more Finn and Jake, they got you covered. Little Ellen is the animated escapades of 70-year-old Ellen DeGeneres in her childhood home of New Orleans is in development. That's kind of a throwback, like celebrities having cartoon shows. Like, didn't Rosie O'Donnell have one? Not Rosie O'Donnell. Yeah, Rosie O'Donnell. Didn't she have like a, no, Roseanne. There was a little Rosie. I forget. Gremlins! Yes! 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 Woo, baby! Woo! Discover the origins of classic creature comforts in Gremlins, Secrets of the Mogwai, a new animated series from Steven Spielberg's Amblin Entertainment. Thank you. You got my money. Just on this show alone, I need to see an image. I need to see a trailer. Give it to me. This is beautiful. I definitely want to see a Gremlins cartoon. I've been wanting a Gremlins cartoon ever since the first Gremlins. It seemed logical to make one. Ghostbusters had the real Ghostbusters. Why can't Gremlins have a cartoon? So now they got one. That's awesome. Oh man, I can't wait to see this. I'm just so excited for this. This is so awesome. Yeah, bring it. What else you got? Oh, we in my section right now. We talking about the cartoons now. Now I'm ready. Tuned Out, brought to you by the visionary Robert Zemeckis. Oh, really? As in Who Framed Roger Rabbit's Robert Zemeckis? What you doing here? Merges animation and live action. Well, please, you ain't getting Roger Rabbit though. The mouse be like, we don't use Roger Rabbit that much, but we don't use him enough to where you're gonna be taking him away. Merges animation and live action with a cast of Looney Tunes characters you could only see on HBO Max. Now, does this mean you're gonna give us some new Looney Tunes characters, or just in a way we haven't seen them before? But either way, Looney Tunes are legit. I don't know why we do not have a lot of Looney Tunes stuff out there. We need more Looney Tunes content. So if this means a live action animated show, like in the style of Looney Tunes Back in Action, which I don't care what it says, I love that movie. I am totally down for that. I need more Bugs Bunny. I need more Daffy Duck. These characters are icons, and they should not be sitting on the sidelines. I know we getting that Space Jam 2. I'm excited for that, but I need some more Looney Tunes out there, and this makes me very excited, especially if you're going to have Robert Zemeckis behind it to do some live action animated thing. That's really cool. Plus, we getting those new Looney Tunes shorts that are coming out. I'm telling you, man, this might be the return. Looney Tunes might be coming back. Return of the Bugs. Oh, speaking of them tunes, still as funny and timeless as ever, the whole WB Looney Tunes gang will be back with both classic cartoons and 80 new reimagined original shorts in Looney Tunes cartoons. That is awesome. The Looney Tunes library is great. There's a lot of great cartoons in there. There's a few of them you can't really show nowadays, but for most of them, they're really, really good. So it makes perfect sense. Now, if I remember correctly, there's also a digital service called Boomerang, which has a lot of classic cartoons. Kind of the same vein of I'm thinking about with DC Universe. Is Boomerang gonna eventually just get itself sucked up into HBO Max as part of the service, or is that going to be a thing that's going to keep separate? I would think it would make sense if you're going to at least keep these services, if you're going to keep DC Universe and Boomerang, then I say if you get HBO Max, you should just get all of those. And we haven't even started talking about HBO Go / Now and that whole service. So I feel like you got to do one price to get them all if you're going to keep those other services around. But yeah, man, Looney Tunes to be on HBO Max and to have those classic cartoons as well as these new cartoons, which I've seen a couple of them, they are amazing. They literally are like throwbacks to the classic. I mean, no offense against Looney Tunes show, I thought that was cute. New Looney Tunes was cute, you know, Wabbit, or whatever that other show was. But these new shorts they're doing, they are literally like a new version of the classic Looney Tunes shorts. So I definitely want as much of that as possible. Okay, hold up. Are we also getting some Hanna-Barbera up in here? Announcing Jellystone, a new original series where all these characters... Which characters? Is there a tweet before this? Did I miss one? No, that's the okay. You gotta be more specific. I'm assuming you mean Yogi Bear in the game because the show's called Jellystone. That's what I'm picturing that the show is, right? It's gotta be about the Hanna-Barbera gang. Like, I'm hoping it's all of them. I'm hoping it's like Yogi Bear, Huckleberry Hound, Snagglepuss, you know, the whole crew, you know? Yacky Doodle, throw that up in there, you know? Little Squitley Diddly, Magilla Gorilla, Wally Gator. Did I mention Huckleberry Hound, Adamant? Secret Squirrel. I want the whole gang. Dude, I'm telling you, man, my Hanna-Barbera is strong. But anyway, these characters come together to live, work, and play. Oh, okay, that sounds a little Muppet Baby-ish. Don't make it too young. Like these characters are classic characters. Make something that, you know, like you said, the whole family can watch. But at the same time, can't help but stir up trouble for one another. Okay, that sounds a little bit more like my speed. Okay, I'm excited for this. I'm curious of how the style is going to be. It's going to be like traditional 2D animation. Because remember, those Hanna-Barbera cartoons, that animation was limited. So I'm curious if this will also be limited or if they're going to try something different with the animation styles of those classic characters. But that's cool. Just don't do a Yo-Yogi. That's all I ask. But I'm interested in that. Where's Tom and Jerry? Don't they have Tom and Jerry as well? I like to see some Tom and Jerry shorts up in here too. And maybe some new Tom and Jerry's. And, you know, if you can want to throw all those, you know, Tom and Jerry Meet the Wizard of Oz and Willy Wonka and all that stuff, you can throw that in there too. Right? Much programming as you need, right? Tokyo Vice, an action series based on a true story following a young American journalist who dives into the dangerous underbelly of Tokyo, starring Ansel Elgort in his first television project and shot entirely in Japan. Okay, that sounds interesting. I thought that was going to be a spinoff of Miami Vice, though. I was like, Tokyo Vice? You going to send Crockett and Tubbs to Tokyo? I'm down. But that's apparently not what it is. But it's what it could be. Love Life, a comedy anthology series following the ever-charming Anna Kendrick. Whoa, hold up, Anna Kendrick. Don't you have a Christmas movie, Noel, coming out on Disney Plus, and now you making something for HBO Max? Ooh. Playing both sides, Anna Kendrick. Get your money. That's pitch perfect right there. I knew at some point with this service, they gonna bring a show back. Like, that seems to be the rule. If you make a new streaming service, you gotta take an old show and bring it back. Disney's bringing back Lizzie McGuire. Netflix brought back Full House. So what you bringing back HBO Max? It's back, bitches. HBO Max, you can get me, you can get me demonetized language. The Gossip Girl revival is a return to everyone's favorite teenage soap. Overheard on the Met steps, you can catch up and binge the previous seasons on HBO Max in 2020. It's XOXO HBO Max. So you're going to get the classic Gossip Girl library all on there, as well as new episodes. HBO, Warner Brothers, you know, if I remember correctly, even though TGIF was a Disney ABC thing, a lot of those shows were made by Warner Brothers, such as Family Matters. You know, so I'm just saying they did a reunion recently where they took some pictures for Entertainment Weekly. So I'm sure if you just want to slide them into a movie TV set on your studio lot and record some episodes, I'm just saying, you know, I used to hang with Mr. Cooper, but I would like to hang with him again. That'd be kind of fun. Just saying, just putting it out there. You know, sometimes the world looks perfect. But sometimes you just get a feeling like you need some kind of change. You know what I'm saying? Standing tall. Can we get some Perfect Strangers Part 2? Okay, what is this nonsense? It's the one that you want in our new musical series. Okay, so see, because Disney got High School Musical, the musical, the series, HBO Max was like, what do we own that we can turn into a musical? Oh, we got Grease over here? Come here. So we're going to go back to the iconic world of Grease, Rydell High, set to a big rock and roll soundtrack. All right, so we're getting a Grease series. For those people that like Grease. I have seen parts of Grease. I have never seen the entire Grease. So if Grease is good, Good for Grease. All right. Uh-oh. Y'all gonna get me demonetized. Rap shit. Let's see. What else? Release the Snyder Cut. All right. From Greg Berlanti comes Unpregnant, the story of college-bound Veronica. Whoa, wait. Not Veronica from, like, Riverdale Archie Veronica, like a different Veronica, right? Like, you know, when you're saying Greg Berlanti or you mention, like, CW stuff, you can't be throwing around words like Veronica and not make me automatically assume you talking about some Camila Mendez up in here. You know what I'm saying? You can't have the name Veronica. There's one Veronica, only one in the world, and her last name is Lodge. Archie ain't get her pregnant, and neither did Reggie. Oh, shoot. One more for DC Comics fans in partnership with Berlanti. We're excited to bring the series and the beloved Green Lantern, I always say Lantern, Green Lantern, and intro audiences to strange adventures about Man of Two Worlds, Adam Strange, not Steven, Adam, an archaeologist turned intergalactic hero when he's Zeta beamed to Planet Ran, or Ron, or Rerun. All right, man, there you go. Green Lantern is finally getting his CW show. It's about time. I thought we were gonna see him in the movies again, but I guess they were like, you know what, let's just get that Arrowverse continuing. Still, it's a big hero, man. You think he'd get a movie? Like, I don't know if that's like a good thing or a bad thing. Like I'm happy for this show, but I feel like Green Lantern deserves movie time. You know what movie he is in? He shows up a little bit in is Justice League. So, you know, if you were to like release a certain cut of that movie and just maybe we get to see some more of them. Fans of the CW, okay? The CW, another Warner. See, Warner Brothers owns a lot of stuff, y'all. They own a lot. You can soon binge full seasons of their new shows on HBO Max shortly after the season ends, starting with DC's Batwoman and Riverdale spinoff Katie Keene. So they're gonna end up being on HBO Max, and then I'm just gonna assume that Flash, Supergirl, Riverdale, all those shows are probably gonna end up on there at some point. So Netflix. Netflix currently is the place where you get those CW shows after the season ends. They usually pop up like literally days after the season ends, the entire season to binge watch it. So I'm assuming that this means at some point they gonna all leave Netflix and end up on HBO Max. Netflix, what you gonna do? You better start making some more original films. You gotta fill that space up. Dang, man. Marvel taking stuff from Netflix. Warner taking stuff from Netflix. I know that Netflix shows Marie Kondo, but it seems like y'all releasing a lot of stuff. Does it not bring you joy? And I think it brings them more joy to be like, give us our stuff back. Don't worry, you still got Bright. We're diving into Adult Swim. Oh, yes, the best of the best from the #1 network for young adults. What you got? Adult Swim. Oh, here we go, baby. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. We getting the Boondocks plus 2 new seasons. So you're gonna get the entire library of the Boondocks plus 2 brand new seasons. Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Robot Chicken, Space Ghost Coast to Coast, and the entire series of Samurai Jack. That is awesome. That is really good. I know, again, some of that stuff was on Hulu, but I figured with Disney mostly owning Hulu, it was only a matter of time. So it seems like HBO Max is a good place for all those shows. And new Boondocks, that's going to be very, oh boy. Man, you thought Boondocks had some topics to play around with when they first came out. Whoa, boy. That's going to be an interesting show. We're in a different time period, and the Boondocks don't hold back on making some jokes. So, you know, there's going to be some interesting tweets when that show comes out. I can't wait. I would love to see some new Space Ghost Coast to Coast. That would be awesome. They brought that show back. That would be so much fun. And they can use Space Ghost Coast to Coast along with that Elmo show to promote their own shows. Like, you could have actors from the HBO Max shows show up on Space Ghost Coast to Coast, and if it's like a more family-friendly show, you can have it on the Elmo Talk show. I think y'all did this on purpose. Interdimensional programming / advertising. I know what's going on here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Interdimensional Adult Swim mega hit Rick and Morty streaming on HBO Max in 2020. Wubba lubba dub dub. Again, that was a show that was on Hulu that I guess is gonna get moved over. So that is that's a big one, man. HBO Max is definitely piling on the content. I mean, if you just think about all the stuff we've talked about, they are piling on the stuff, man. Another show from Ellen DeGeneres. She's just making all kinds of shows over there. First Dates Hotel. Whoa, 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 what kind of show is that? Get a little freaky on it. See, when you get on HBO Max, you let the reins a little looser. All right, teaming up with Conan O'Brien to bring you 5 all-new stand-up specials. That's awesome. Speaking of romance, can we seal you away for a second? We got something big for Bachelor Nation. A brand new spin on the series. Hold on, what is this? A brand new spin on the series with additional footage from recent seasons. Will you accept this rose? Okay, hold on. Is The Bachelor made by Warner Brothers? I always thought that was an ABC show. Am I wrong about that? Is that a Warner Brothers show? I guess it is. 100 hours of Impractical Jokers. Again, just pound that library on with all these shows that you know the mouse ain't gonna take. That's smart. All right, looks like Pretty Little Liars. Wait, okay, hold. Is that what they're saying? That's Pretty Little Liars, right? Yep. Yeah, look at that logo. Freeform. No form. You going to HBO Max instead. The OC will also be there. And The West Wing. The entire series will be on HBO Max in the winter of 2020. Get ready for a lot of walking and talking. Oh, shoot. All right, Whovians. Our partnership with BBC begins with Doctor Who, all 10 previous seasons and beyond, streaming exclusively on HBO Max. Wow. Okay. Whether you watch Doctor Who or not, that is a big, huge deal. And I think I've heard before, correct me if I'm wrong, Whoville, but don't they sometimes show Doctor Who episodes overseas or in London or wherever first, and then we get it like later? So I'm wondering if they can work out a deal with BBC to drop those Doctor Who episodes the same time in the US as they air them elsewhere. If they do that, oh man, HBO Max, you will make a lot of who's happy. They got their documentary. See, like how Disney got the National Geographic, Warner Brothers we got the CNN originals. See, it's 1-to-1, baby. And another show. How many shows does Ellen DeGeneres have on HBO Max? She is becoming the Brenda Song for HBO. How many Ellens do you need? Kelly Clarkson got a talk show. Can she have a show on here too? HBO Max is the place for classic movie lovers, bringing together an undisputed collection of classic films. See, that's what I was talking about. They got some classics too over there. Some of them have interesting roles for black folks, but they're in there. Now, we've worked with experts at Turner Classic Movies, champions in the space for 25 years, to curate a collection of the best classic films anywhere. This makes sense because didn't there used to be some like special Turner Classic Movies or some kind of classic film streaming service that they closed down? Well, I'm guessing this is probably why, because they can put those classic films on here. Casablanca, Citizen Kane, The Shining, A Star is Born, Singing in the Rain, 2001, A Space Odyssey, and many more. You missing one though. There is one, or actually there's two, because Tom and Jerry worked with them. Where's Wizard of Oz and Where That Willy Wonka? And I'm not talking, I mean, if you put Charlie and the Chocolate Factory on there with you know, that version, you can do that if you want to. But I'm talking about that classic Gene Wilder, Who Can Make the Sun Rise, Sprinkle It With Dew, Come With Me, Pure Imagination. I need that Willy Wonka on there. Hold on, what is this? House of the Dragon, a Game of Thrones prequel, is coming to HBO. Didn't they say they weren't doing this? Is this a different show? Okay, there we go. Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, a Game of Thrones prequel series coming to HBO. Well, it's coming to HBO. So I guess, does that include Max? I'm guessing if it's going to come to HBO, then that means it's also going to be on HBO Max. But there you go. House of the Dragon. Should probably watch Game of Thrones at some point. Yeah, I said it. Shut up. And there it is. That's the big news right there. How much is all this going to cost? May 2020, 10,000 hours, all for the price of $14.99. Now, that's clearly a higher price than Disney Plus and Apple Plus and all the other pluses. So that's a little bit higher, but I'm questioning if that price also includes HBO or HBO Go /Now or some of the other platforms that HBO /Warner Media owns. If that's all bundled in, then I think that kind of makes sense. But if it's just for HBO Max, then, you know, that might be a little tough, considering that Disney's like lowballing for at least those first couple years. We'll see how long that price lasts as they add more content. Okay, and then it says we have one last surprise for HBO Now users. Go to HBO Max to find out more. Hey, what's up? Oh, hey, all this stuff. Whoa, Superman. HBO Max, original, groundbreaking, and award-winning entertainment is yours. And look at all those logos. Look at all those logos. We got Crunchyroll, Warner Brothers, TBS, CNN, Cartoon Network, HBO, Adult Swim, DC Universe, Max, True TV, TNT. That's how it's done. Launching May 2020. All of HBO. Oh, it says all of HBO. Select titles premiering in 2020. Culture-defining TV, blockbuster movies, and classic favorite, larger-than-life characters. All the original shows. And there it is. Get HBO Max with HBO Now. HBO Now subscribers who are billed directly through HBO will also get access to Warner Media's new offering, HBO Max at launch, for no extra cost. So there you go. If you get HBO Now, when HBO Max pops up, you get it all. Okay, so that's probably why it's $14.99, because they're basically like, if you get our regular service for the HBO content, this all just gets thrown in. I assumed it had to be more than just HBO Max. I assumed that you had to get HBO in there for it to be $14.99. So that's what they're banking on. They're banking on you going, well, I want HBO anyway because these shows are on, or these things I want to see on HBO, so why not just get the service that also comes with HBO Max so you get it all together. We'll see how it works. That is like a huge, gigantic library of HBO Max content, way more than I was expecting for a launch. So they're really bringing it. So good job with that. Like I said, man, like I was saying at the beginning of the video hours ago, that yeah, HBO or Warner Media in general has a lot of different ways of content that they have created that's on par with Disney. It's just that they don't always advertise it all together as the Warner brand the way that Disney does the Disney brand. But as far as the amount of content they have just as much, if not more, than Disney has. So all you gotta do is pile that stuff together and we'll see what happens. You know, are we getting to a point where we're getting too many of these things? Because you got the Apple one, and then like Universal, I think, is doing one with the Saved by the Bell and Punky Brewster reboots. And didn't they announce, like, I feel like another one got announced the other day. You know, I feel like every day there's an announcement of a new streaming service. So will it get to be too much to where you will decide, I wish there was a way to get all of these channels together through one box that I can attach to my television? That would be a very fascinating concept. I'll call it cable. I'm really intrigued by this. So we'll see what happens with HBO Max, and we'll definitely see what happens when it launches after Disney Plus has been out for a few months to see if it's able to break into that mouse's competition. But hey, competition is good. And you know, this is gonna be like a Sega Genesis Super Nintendo thing. I'm all about it, because I know I'm gonna probably buy both services and then never watch anything on them, just like I do with Netflix and Hulu right now. Leave me alone. Don't look at me. Thanks for watching this video. What of these various programs or announcements that were made were your personal favorites? How many released the Snyder Cut tweets did you reply back to the HBO Max account? There's a ton of them, so I know some of y'all did that. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to this channel. I love you like a play cousin. I'm Audi 5000.